Om Shanti. Greetings for World Health Day, but specifically devoted to Mental Health Day. Sometimes we forget that there's a pandemic on, and the pandemic of COVID finished a while ago, but the real pandemic that the world has been caught up with, I think, has been the whole situation with mental health. It existed before COVID, but especially since COVID, it's been highlighted, and somehow it's come to the forefront of our vision. It's true that so many of us suffer from stress, and if we allow stress to continue over a period of time, it impacts not only the soma, the psyche always impacts the soma, and so you've got that whole area of psychosomatic illness, but when the psyche is disturbed, then that disturbance can go very, very deeply. And so it's so important to catch anxiety, stress, and fear right at the very beginning. And if we can do this, then we can change ourselves and deal with the stress so that it's no longer stress, but it's turned into strength and courage. A very simple example. If there's a metal wire and you put stress on it, little weights on it, then you can check and see what is the capacity of the wire and how much stress it's able to contain and respond to with elasticity. Once the stress factor has been removed, the weights have been removed. And this is an experiment that you may have done at school when you were 12 years old. But we had to discover what was that stress factor, that fatigue factor that was irreversible. Normally, you put the stress, you remove it, and things are fine. The wire is going to spring back to its previous state. But if you put an overload, then the fatigue in the wire is such that it can't recover its elasticity. So with day-to-day situations and the problems of the world multiplying and increasing all the time, we're exposed to a huge amount of stress. And if we take care of it very quickly, by strengthening the inner being, by increasing our own inner capacity, then we're going to be able to deal with whatever other circumstances and the people around us, but they won't be able to shake our inner resilience and our elasticity, our state of flexibility and possibility of returning to that calm, balanced state that we would like to have again. And so there are ways in which one can increase the inner capacity of the inner being, and one of them is gratitude. Just think about how you feel when you feel grateful to somebody or grateful for something. Here's something that's unexpected that's happened, and your neighbor comes and they hear about it, and they say to you, "Can we do something to help you?" And you'd never expected it, you didn't anticipate it, but they came to help you. At that moment, your heart is filled with such gratitude that whatever were the little quarrels and the upsets earlier, all of that is dispensed with. Now there's only gratitude in your heart and a feeling of good wishes for them also. So think about what it is that you have to be grateful for. Maybe you have good health. Maybe you don't. Maybe you have a little bit of wealth. Maybe you don't. Maybe you have good relations with everyone around you. They love you. And maybe you don't. But out of these different categories, certainly you'll have one or two or all three. But whichever it is you do have, let the heart be filled with gratitude that the divine, nature, destiny, whatever you want to call it, has blessed you with this. There are always things to be grateful for. And so make a list of what it is that you're grateful for, and feel that, yes, you are carrying those blessings, and the stresses will fade into the distance, and you'll be filled with love and gratitude. And in that state, you'll be empowered. You'll feel the strength that lies within, so that every step of your courage brings 1,000-fold help from the universe around you. All good wishes. Om Shanti.